Hello YouTube, I'm Dr. Tactical, and I've been back from SHOT Show for just shy of a week, yet it has been on my mind pretty much non-stop, and I am here to share a little bit of it with you. So again, I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at something really interesting. This is a topic that's really near and dear to me. Many of you know I'm a huge 300 Blackout fan. I enjoy making the round. I enjoy making the rifles. I enjoy making the pistols. It's actually the first build that I ever did was a 300 Blackout. And, you know, when it comes to making the rounds, I like cutting the 5.56 shells down. I enjoy the whole process. But most importantly, I enjoy shooting it. I love a nice subsonic round going through a suppressed pistol or a suppressed rifle. And at SHOT Show, I found a very unexpected 300 Blackout rifle that I think might be my favorite, at least as far as the silencing aspect. So just a little history here. I want to say it was 2019, it might have even been as early as 2018, PSA, Palmetto State Armory, announced that they were going to come out with the Jackal, and they had a prototype, and it was interesting because one of the interesting things about it was it had an adjustable gas tube so that you could adjust it for suppression, which makes sense. A lot of rifles do that, but they had one of the settings was off. And I'm thinking, why the hell would you want an AR-15 style rifle or pistol why would you want to have the direct impingement or piston system turned off? Why, you know, you're losing your semi-automatic aspect of the rifle. And then it hit me. When you shoot suppressed, a lot of the noise is that action going back and forth in the rifle. So when you're shooting semi-automatic, there's noise. I mean, there's noise regardless. You're only suppressing. You know, it's called a silencer, but it's really a suppressor. But that's a significant amount of noise that you have with that action blowing back and forth. So by turning that off and making it a single shot, that made a lot of sense to me. I was kind of excited about it. Well, years later, when they finally did come out with the Jackal, I don't believe they have that feature on it, which was a disappointment to me. In fact, they didn't even come out with 300 Blackout right away. So, but anyway, that got in my head. I thought that was a great idea. And then I started thinking about, well, bolt actions would make a lot of sense for suppressing when you're doing 300 Blackout. Well, wait till you see what Henry has. It's really an elegant system, and I am a huge fan because the thing with a bolt action is it still requires you to take your hand off the trigger setup, do your action, and come back down, as opposed to a lever action. A 300 Blackout and lever action actually makes a lot of sense. And they use PMags. Let's take a look. I'll go see if I can find Henry at the range day. So I'm looking to find some Henrys if I can. I wonder where I can find Henrys. Oh, you know what? I think I found them. There might be a couple behind me. Let's take a look. 300 Blackout. Good. Yeah. I think. Oh, we are done. We're open. Very nice shooting gun. Nice weight to it, too. All right, I already hear the comments coming about my shooting stance. All right, aside from that, what a nice shooting gun, and really quiet with no action moving. It was really pristine. So they also had there, by the way, just a side note, a 9mm that took Glock mags. And I was really excited about that because when I think it's the POF came out with something called the Tombstone. And you can Google it, look at it. I was super excited. They're not cheap. They're expensive. But when one of my local gun stores here got one, they called me and told me that it was in. I came and looked at it, and I was ready to buy it right then and there. And then I worked the action, and it was a piece of shit. I was so disappointed. And then when I heard Henry was making a 9mm with Glock mags, I got super excited. So they did have that at the show too, and I had the opportunity to shoot it. However, turns out that's not a lever action. That's a semi-auto, which, you know, it's a Henry, but still. Anyway, if you guys have interest in that, put a comment down below. I will show the footage of me, you know, range day, poorly shooting that gun. But the gun itself was really nice. The trigger was nice. It shot beautifully, but it wasn't a lever action. And really, that's kind of what my expectation was. And the POF, I think it's POF, Tombstone, while it was a horrible shooter with a horrible action and a crappy trigger, it looked really cool because it was a lever action. All right, back to the 300 Blackout, purpose of today. That was beautiful. It was quiet. Let's talk a little bit more about it. And when I say let's, I mean let's let somebody who knows what they're talking about talk about it. Meet my friend Jeff. All right, DoctorTactical here. No rain. We're inside looking at the Henry 300 Blackout. I've got Jeff here with Henry, and he's going to go through some of the highlights. Go ahead.
This is the Henry Lever Action Supreme. It is a box magazine fed lever action feeding from a PMag. It'll come with a 10-round PMag, but it will also accept any of those standard PMags you have at home, or any other Stanag mags. It comes with a free-floated barrel and a rotating bolt, combining to have sub-MOA capabilities in a lever action, which is something you normally don't see. It additionally has an ambidextrous mag release, ambidextrous tang safety, and an adjustable trigger. It's a match-grade adjustable trigger. It's very nice. Additionally, it's got a patent-pending linkage mechanism, allowing us to have a very, very smooth action. It's going to be available in 300 Blackout with a 16-inch barrel, which is going to be threaded, and 223/556 with an 18-inch barrel, also threaded. So yeah, this is the Henry Lever Action Supreme.
Excellent, thank you. I could have done that, but I figured, yeah. So importantly, since this is 300 Blackout, it is threaded, and we were shooting it suppressed, as you guys heard, out in the rain. And the reason this is so important is when you're shooting a semi-auto in it's suppressed, that action's still making a fair amount of noise. That's why people want a bolt or a lever action. And a lever action is just so much, first of all, it's just so much cooler. But and you know what, Henrys are beautiful. They're very nice. But also, it keeps you right on target. It's a much more natural way to go. There was a gentleman shooting before me. I don't think I got footage of it, but he was shooting really fast, and it was really impressive. So anyway, this was a winner. This was something I really enjoyed when I was out there at range day. Okay, so what you just witnessed was me basically being sold a 300 Blackout because I am going to buy one. I need one. I've always been a lever action fan. When I was 10 years old, I had a lever action cap gun that was just by far my favorite cap gun. But it makes sense. I'm not getting rid of my Rattler. I love my Rattler. I love all the other 300 Blackout builds that I did. But this serves a purpose. This is unique. When you're going to maximize the silencing and maximize, I guess, the cool factor, you know, if you like the lever, but and also the accuracy, the staying on point with it and keeping that sound, you know, level, those sound levels down. So I will be making a purchase of that gun. Please do me a favor, do not share this video with Mrs. Tactical. She doesn't need to know about this. Anyway, please subscribe. It really helps. It helps all the gun channels, and it helps me, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment. I love the comments. What great comments I've had coming down the pipe here. I enjoy reading them. even the ones that are a little off color or off topic. So by all means, that's what it's there for. I appreciate you. I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical, out.